Morning, Buddy Bell. See you there this afternoon about 3 o'clock, sir. Morning, Matthew. Charles, Mark, let's do it. That's right. What's up? Ting, ting. Miss Penny. Had to be you, didn't it? Good morning, everybody. We're going to do something a little different today. I got a busy day, so I don't got a lot of time to get into any tools or anything like that. So it's not going to be too long of a stream today. We're going to do some ornamental stuff. Something from Brian Brazil inspired. He does these seahorses, okay? And there you have one. Today I want to make one of these, but I want to try and turn it into a bottle opener with the tail. Instead of scrolling the tail, make it extra long, and a seahorse bottle opener, okay? Or maybe with the head, we'll see. But in one way or the other, I'd like to try and make these into a bottle opener today. Could do it as a wall hanger, but I want to try and make a bottle opener with it. What we're starting with is some 1/4x1 flat stock. I'm going to use the Cold Forge today. Get that in there. Let that start warming up, and I'll show you how we go about the process of making it. If you've subscribed to Brian Brazil's channel on YouTube, he has a video on there of how he makes them. So we're pretty much going to go by that. I'm just going to add a little something to the end of it. I'm going to make the tail a little extra long so we can bend it around into a bottle opener. Let's see. Morning, Mike. Morning, Dustin. John Coffey, how you doing? Brian Beck. Monte Joe Hammond, how is everybody this morning? It's good to see you. Hit that like button on your way in, guys. Hit it. Found it. I was thinking about doing a live stream tomorrow as well, but seeing as we got Big Dog Forge and Blacksmith's Church, I don't know if I'll be doing that. But me and a couple other local smiths are getting together from around here. John Norwood over at Old Hickory Forge on YouTube, check him out, and Dave Fronton from Lost Art Metalworks. He's coming down from Hendersonville, and we're gonna get together up at John's house and try and forge us a good 10-pound sledgehammer, maybe bigger. I don't know how much it weighs yet because I haven't weighed it, but I've got a very large piece of 4140 that I went and picked up from the supplier to make one because I need me a good sledgehammer. Todd Wilkes and Ben Toombs, how you doing, sir? Doing pretty good. We're gonna make us a seahorse today for those of you coming in, but we're gonna turn it into a bottle opener. And these seahorses, this time of year, these things sell pretty good. People buy them for their beach houses, things like that. Their lake houses with beach themes or whatever. That people just like beachy things, lighthouses, stuff for their bathrooms. They buy them in sets and hang them on their wall, or you can make them. We're gonna try and make it into a bottle opener. So we're gonna try and make it into a bottle opener so maybe they can put it in the cupboard or in the drawer for when they go on vacation at the beach house. They can pull that out. There you go. Keep with your beach theme. So make them all different sizes as well. Small ones, big ones, detailed however you want. The sun's getting kind of rough for me here, so it might be a little tough on me. Might be a hard time seeing what I'm doing. Could you do it with the opener as the belly of it and still have the tail and head so you can use the belly in the middle like a pivot point? That's not a bad idea. I'll try one out one day and see how that looks, Penny. I'll let you know, because the thing with the seahorse is its belly is what, if it didn't have this part, if this was more rounded, I don't know if it would look like a seahorse instead of just something with a head and a tail. But I'll give it a shot and I'll see how it looks and I'll let you know. Alright, let's get you turned down right here. First thing you want to do, you want to take half a cube of your material or so on the near side of your anvil, set it down, make sure you keep it flat so you don't distort it. Keep that nose upset back a little bit, and then angle it down some because you want the snout of this seahorse's nose to turn up a little bit. So angle your piece down. You see how it turns the snout up a little bit there? Then you you come back here and you do some planishing blows. Like so. And that's just for the snout, right there. All right, we're gonna turn it in, put it in here, get it hot, and we'll come back and flip it around, do the offset for the top of his head. Let's see. I've been sick as heck the last 3 days. I think it's his first game to go out and forge something. Yeah, everybody around here's getting sick too, man. We can't get past all the different seasons in 1 week. Snows one day, then it's 80 degrees at the end of the week, and then it's going to be cold again 2 days later. My father just got out of the hospital with pneumonia. My cousin had pneumonia. My sister had pneumonia. It's wearing people out around here at Bentoons. Yeah, work that sickness out. Absolutely. I'm a firm believer that if I'm going to be miserable and sick, I'd rather do it at work making money than I do at home than sitting on my butt, because either way, I'm going to be miserable. So get up and get to it. So how's everybody doing this morning? What y'all got planned for y'all Saturday? That's right, Bentoons. Let them pay you to feel crappy. Now, if you're contagious, you got the flu, as a business owner, I prefer you to stay at home, but as an employee, I'd rather go to work. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, really. So. Alright, here we go. We're going to come across the far side of our anvil here. We want to take a little, almost 3/4, take half as much times over, I guess, 1.5 times as much as your first offset. There you go, how to explain that. Flip it over. I'm going to set this down for its head. Okay? Let's start this over. My kids come out and distracted me. Sorry folks, I'm going to cut this off and we're going to start over. That's what happens when you're OCD and ADHD at the same time. People distract you, you get turned around. There we go. Put that back in there, get back to where we were. Honey, if you're watching, keep the kids in the house, please. Alright. Is that a guillotine on the ground? Yeah, that's my guillotine. I keep it right here normally because I make a lot of hammers. I like to have quick access to my guillotine. So. And plus, when I'm working on stuff, I don't want to lose heat. I ain't got time to grab it, and it's real hot. I don't want to carry it far, so I just grab it and toss it right there because it gets really hot really quick. Alright, Dustin Dixon's back. Had to make an early morning phone call, and I plan to do some yard work if it ever stops raining. Yeah, after this, I got to do a little yard work myself, brother. I got to mow this, and then I've got to get over to a couple different shops that I sponsor some cars at the track. Go help out with that. One of them we got to put some heads on and get it put back together for this evening. So I got a busy day today myself, brother. Alright, go ahead and get this snout redone here. Alright, offset for the heads down. You want to keep this kind of at an angle on your anvil and work that taper back. Okay? Come back, lay it down, planish, 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 planish. Okay? See where we're going with that? And we're going to make this a lot narrower. So that's the neck, right where the head's going to bend down. So we're going to draw this out some and make that pretty narrow there. Morning, Pops. How you doing? You feeling good today? Everybody say hey to my Pops. He just got out of the hospital with pneumonia yesterday. They released him. Had a double pneumonia added in both lungs. It's kind of scary. He's apparently getting a little better. Feeling good with the medicine they gave him. They said he could go home. So happy to have him here this morning. That's for sure. Just tuning in, Pops, we're making a seahorse bottle opener. We're trying to. Don't get distracted. All right. Here we go. We're gonna draw this down, working that taper back. Alright, then bring it over here, down like so, to kind of round his head up a little bit. And then we're going to flip it over, go to the front, same thing, get his cheek rounded up some there, so it's not so square looking. And I want to talk to you guys about this Ting Ting thing, by the way. Ting Ting. So many of you guys have messaged me, emailed me, all kinds of comments, and everybody seems to like Ting Ting. So, what's up, Peter Ticker? How you doing, brother? But this Ting Ting thing, everybody keeps telling me to change my channel name to Ting Ting, you know, and if you guys like it that much, it's a possibility, but I will say it would be tough to change my actual channel name because I'd have to change the email, the YouTube, my Facebook, my Etsy, my PayPal. I'd have to change all kinds of stuff. So I was thinking if I did it, I'd probably just do County Line Forge featuring Ting Ting. You know, name the forge County Line Forge, I'll be Ting Ting. Instead of Ting Ting Forge, you know. What do you guys think about that? Trying to get a hold of my sponsor. I am the sponsor. That's what I do at the track, Mr. Coffee. I'm a sponsor. So I don't personally drive. I sponsor cars and the track and help where I can when I can. You know, I put the money out. They go out there and drive the line. I like County Line Forge, and I think that's definitely always going to be the name of my forge. On my product, it's going to be County Line Forge. Anything I sell, CLF or whatever it may be, and I'll never change the name of County Line Forge. But we're thinking Mr. Ting Ting at County Line Forge. You know, Ting Ting the blacksmith. What do you guys think? Ting Ting the blacksmith. You was a driver, John Coffee? You know, I wanted to tell you that something. There's a fellow that drives at the track there named John Coffee. So, it makes me think about you every time I'm there. Ting Ting is a nickname for me only. Yes, that's right. junk coffee guy. I never heard of him. He was out on the West Coast. Yeah, my cousin raced late models down in Florida. Alright, here we go. We're going to keep drawing this down a little bit. I'm going it pretty narrow, about right there. You see how narrow we got it there? Draw the body back a little bit. Alright, now on the neck right here, we're going to cock it to the 45, and we're going to work it around like that. We're going to sweep it around to give this neck make it look like an actual neck. You see what it does there? It sweeps that around, that neck in there, and gives it its detail. Then we'll flip it back to this 45, and we'll go around this way. You see what it does there? It puts that sweep in that neck. Makes it more three-dimensional, I guess you could say. And then we can take it and put it on our 45, front of the snout there, flip it over, 45, give it a sweep, just like we did the neck. To try and bring that nose down in the same as we did the neck. Alright. Yeah, my dad, that's what got me into dirt track racing. Come up on dirt track racing, going to him with my father. He used to live right next door to a speedway. So that was what we did every weekend. Family's more into racing on water. Yeah, I got a couple folks up here that I know that are into powerboat racing. I had one friend from Lake Havasu City, Arizona that was a professional jet ski racer. Named Dave Susov. But other than that, down here in the south, it's dirt or asphalt. All right, so now we're going to go to our far side of our anvil. We're going to do another offset. Face down, just like so, for his belly. Okay, and then we're going to come to the near side where our forging starts and stops, like Brian Brazil says, and we're going to do another offset after we flipped it. So we're going to kind of do like that. That way we can draw this out. See what we got there? Where's Erica? I didn't see her. Jerry wants one of my hammers. Well, Jerry knows where I'm at. Tell him come on. Good morning, sis. And it's awesome to have family in here supporting me too. I love you guys. You guys rock. All my subscribers, love y'all. Patreon subscribers especially, man, you guys are excellent. For all of you guys that are Patreon subscribers, your support is much appreciated. It helps me keep up with, you know, consumables like gas and some material, some forage fuel for my coke and coal, stuff like that. You guys make it possible for me to be able to keep doing this without going broke. So thank you so much. If you are interested in being a Patreon subscriber, hit up patreon.com/CountyLineForge to check it out. There's definitely some incentives in there for you. There's 4 different levels of subscriber rate right now of things you get for certain levels, you know. So go check it out and read up on it. Oh, my niece Phoebe there, and so is Jerry. Well, I love you guys too. Hello, John Tompkins. All right. let's keep on drawing this down. We want to start at the bottom of our taper, working up, with it being a little more narrow at the tip of the tail down here than up here at his butt, so to speak. Okay, but we want enough of a offset there to find that stomach. Then you work yourself up, planish. Come back, working more towards this tip of this tail till we get it where we want it. Alright, that's about the thinnest I'm going to go with its tail up here. We're going to start working it more this direction now. There's no way I can do this and multitask. It's tough, man. Stephen Kiefer, good morning, brother. What do you call the type of hammer I'm using today? That's a cross peen. Just a good old 2.5 pound cross peen. Flat face, good and dressed. I got this from a blacksmith here locally when I first started forging. It was really my first hammer ever. And it's actually one of my favorites, honestly. It's very comfortable hammer, light, very accurate with it. You know, I've learned to use it and use it well. So I can keep my forging really clean with this hammer as opposed to my other ones that, I mean, I can keep them clean, but this one just, it's the one I started using at the beginning. Never even had to change the handle on it, original handle. So, I love this hammer. It's great. Starting at the tip of the tail, working my way up. Alright, now you see how my stock's thicker here than it is there? That's what the dressed edge on your hammer's for, the dressed faces. Cock it to the side, use it like a fullering tool. Just like so. Turn it over, flat face, and let your anvil do the work for you too. Clean those hammer marks out of there, bring it back down to the stock thickness all the way to make it even throughout. And that'll get you some more length and keep your thickness right here like you want it, so you're not overworking your material. Okay? But like I say, if you dress the edges of your hammer, you can hit it on its corner, top, side, bottom. They become great fullers. I hardly ever flip it over and use, if you see my peen, I hardly ever use my peen on this thing. I really hardly ever use it, but you see the sides of my hammer, the face, I use that all the time. And it's just as efficient as a cross peen. Okay? Life Proof, yes, Life Proof is awesome. I like OtterBox as well. I actually demonstrated with my partner one day. We was right down the road and he keeps breaking his damn phones because he won't go buy a good case. And I was like, you know, threw my phone out. Huh. Didn't break. Strong. There you go. Proof is in the pudding. So far, mine is a 2.5 pound cross peen for now till I maybe get the one from Daniel Moss. I'm excited about having a round face hammer. Yeah, they do help. They definitely do help. I know another guy that can make you a pretty good hammer. Just saying, Ben Toombs. We're going to work this thing down to a nice skinny point, because remember, we're going to try and bend this thing around and make a bottle opener out of it. Alright, see where we're going with this. We're going to get this thing tapered down about as far as we can before we cut it off. Alright? And now, I'm going to tell you now, I've never tried to turn this into a bottle opener. I've always just made the seahorses, but I don't want to put out a video just pretty much ripping Brian Brazil off because he came up with this concept. So I'd like to make it my own in some way. I'd like to add on to it. So my attempt is to put it out in a bottle opener. See how it works. I can make bottle openers. Pretty decent blacksmith. I'm not the best. I'm not a professional, but I think I can do it. Ad-libbing. What do you guys think? It's coming out so far so good, right? Dog head hammers are great, especially for peening bevels in. Oh, you're gonna need a cross peen. I'm working on one right now for a gentleman. Almost got it ready. It's going through its normalizing cycles right now, so I can quench it, get it heat treated. Mr. John Coffee. You want to see your hammer, buddy, or you want to wait till I bring it to you when we meet up? Let me know, John Coffee. It's sitting right over here. Hell, you might even see it if you pay attention and look around. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, though, but you might see it if you look hard. See, we're just working this down. A two-dimensional taper on the near side of the anvil till we get a nice point. Now, we may have to narrow this up a bit, but we'll see. Okay. See what we got here? Almost ready to cut that tail off. How many we got watching? 29. Share the video. Listening to me while I headed to the boys' soccer game. I hear you. And good luck to your son, to your boy. Hopefully they win today, man. Let's see. It's John Coffee. Do you want to see your hammer? It's not heat treated yet, but it's forward. It's normalizing. You might see it if you look hard enough. I don't know. Alright, on the next heat, I believe we'll just go ahead and cut it off. I don't know, we might thin it up just a hair. Just to make sure we have enough to do our bends for the bottle opener. Let's see, Penny. Flattened out the stump, got your anvil on it cleaned up, waiting for some rigidizer to coat the wool, so it's going to be another week or so. Well, I think you got a lot of folks patiently waiting there, Miss Penny. A lot of folks keep saying. Well, Peter Tricker's mom and dad, hello, I am thrilled to have you guys watching. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for getting them on here, Peter. I appreciate that. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day over there. Both in their 80s. Wow, man, that is awesome. Still kicking. Still kicking too, huh, I bet. That's even bigger testament that they're both in their 80s and you got them both there together. That's awesome. That's impressive. It is my pleasure to have you guys here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. We got it pretty much cut. We'll just grab the tongs, break that off. Always remove your hardy tools when you're done. I went to the abandoned meeting this weekend and there was a gentleman there. He's really passionate about it, but man, I'd tell him 4 or 5 times, get that hardy tool out there before you stab yourself or cut your finger off. He whacked his hand on a bending fork one time that was in the Hardy hole that he hadn't removed. And he learned the hard way. He didn't hurt himself, but I mean it hurt. You know what I mean? He didn't injure himself. But it hurt. It woke him up, I think. So always remove your Hardy tools when you're done. It's dangerous. At Erica Starr, we love his passion. Yeah, it's definitely a passion. I think it's kind of an addiction. Just to be perfectly honest with you. Beautiful day in Essex. They honored to be watching the show and get a shout out. Man, I'm glad I could help make them happy. Alright guys, let's keep on taking this down. This is the point where I've got to think for a second, let you see some of my thought process on how I'm going to turn this into a bottle opener and still keep the essence of a seahorse in it. So for starters, I'm going to straighten him out right there instead of bending his tail in like that. Sweeping that point out, nice two-dimensional taper all the way to a nice point in case I want to scroll it in. Nice light taps. Just planishing it up. Going through my head on what I'm going to do here. Alright, so what I want to do is I think I want to keep this belly here so it looks like a seahorse. I think I'm going to bend this way first with the tail and back that way. Okay? But something also tells me seahorses normally curl their tails in forward. So maybe bend it that way, then come back around with it and use its belly, take the ball punch right there, push the belly out for the part that actually grabs the bottle opener. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Which way? In or out with it? That's right, Mr. Jonathan. The sound of the hammer is music to my ears. So go in. So I should bend it out first and then curl it in like a normal seahorse. Is that what you're saying? Out, then back in. Yes, Scott Grundy, what you're saying there. I might have to say I might have to agree with you guys. Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, I promise I won't blame you guys. I promise you I won't blame you guys. Because we're all learning together, folks, and that's what I want everybody to understand. I'm not a professional. I learn stuff every day. I make mistakes, I screw up, but I don't give up. You know, I got a scrap pile of junk that I've screwed up so many times you wouldn't believe it. The only way you're going to learn is to keep doing it. Failure. Fail. First attempt in learning. If you give up the first time you fail, you'll never do anything. You'll never get it right. You're just treading water and wasting time. Okay, so you guys said out first. So I'm going to stick him right down in here. Oh. Gonna go out first. Okay, so let's measure this here. See what we've got. We've got about 4 inches to play with, and if we're going to sweep up here, come across with that, boom. I'd say we need to scroll this in just a little bit. What do you guys think? I'm gonna scroll this tail now before I go any further. I think that's the best course of action here, because I can still potentially, yeah, I can still scroll it in just like this instead of straight up and down, no problem. Let's get that taken care of before it gets out of reach to where we can't do it. There you go, preach it, that's right. Don't be afraid to mess up, guys. An experience, a 30-year vet of blacksmithing, 30 years in it. He told me I've screwed up more times than you've ever tried, son. And that made a lot of sense to me considering how long he's been doing it. I was worried about what can I do and get it perfect the first time, and he says, you won't do anything to get it perfect the first time. I didn't want to believe him, you know, but it sunk in eventually. Yeah, he has screwed up more times than I've even tried to do it. So, see what we got going here. We're going to scroll that in. Never give up just because you mess up. That's right, screwing up the best education you could ever have. Richard Bryant's in the house. Morning, sir. It's getting warm out here in the south finally. But, who knows, Mother Nature's bipolar, so it might be 35 next week. You never can tell. What we're basically doing, we're just taking that scroll. I don't want it too tight. Okay. Keep it clean. Oh, heck, you ain't late. We still working. It ain't over yet. That's right. Remember, the master has failed more than the apprentice has ever tried. Snow in Ohio Monday, 78 today. Well, Mr. Coffee, you know how I feel then, brother. It's kind of ridiculous, ain't it? Plumb ridiculous. See where we're going. Getting that scrolled in nice and tight, but not too tight as to where it starts to form into the little tails in there, little tail in there. You get it too tight, it just smush flat. You're out of firewood, never thought that. How you out of firewood? You told me you just split 4 cords of wood the other day. What the hell you up there doing? Having bonfires for the neighborhood? Curtis Lowe's in the house. David Dahl. Morning. Alright, I think we've got enough of a scroll here for what we're trying to do. Let's just clean it up just a hair more. Quite the anal person when it comes to keeping them clean. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is probably go ahead and bend it here and get it back around this way. Okay? Yeah. That's what we're going to go ahead and do. You tell a couple 4-year-olds not to play on the stairs or in the bathroom, and one ends up happening. One of them falls down the stairs. That's right. Fall down the stairs and break the bathroom door. Can you use scrolling tongs for this? Absolutely. If you've got scrolling tongs and you trust your scrolling tongs better than you trust your hammer, then go for it. That's what they're for. Absolutely. I do recommend though, if you're going to use make scrolling tongs or use them or buy them, make sure they're made out of some kind of tool or spring steel, not mild, because they will bend and warp on you really easily when you're starting to do a lot of scrolls, because you're twisting against the boss when you use scrolling tongs. You're twisting against this area. It's really awkward, and it wears the rivet out and messes up the boss. If you know, so make them out of good steel so they don't bend. They keep their shape. Busy day. Yeah, sounds like it, buddy. Alright, when I come out of the fire here, I'm going to cool off his belly area, this part here, so it doesn't get deformed when I try to bend this thing back around. I want this tail pretty warm, keep the belly cold. Good enough. See here, see if we hold him up like that and get that bent on around there. I think it's coming into shape. Needle nose pliers for scrolling tongs for now. Yep, there you go. Needle nose pliers are generally made out of decent steel because they're essentially scrolling tongs. You know, they're made to hold their shape. It's like I need to, I don't know, because we got to bend his head down too, so I may need to bend this back just a hair right there, but we'll see. It's getting there, starting to look like one. What do you guys think? Is it ugly as hell? Let me know. Let me know. Damn you, Facebook Messenger. Looking good, all right. That's what I want to hear. Well, I want to hear your honest opinion, so if that's your honest opinion, then that's definitely what I want to hear. Put that down in the coals there. Looks good now. Lem Buck, brother, your hammer just got finished and is getting ready to be shipped to you, sir. It's pretty too, man. Now I can't say, I do not know exactly how long it's going to take to get to you because it's got to go through customs. I will have the tracking information to you as soon as it ships out, which will be Monday. But once it's out of my hands, I can't say for certain how long it takes to go through customs. All right. We're going to cool that off. We're going to come around here to the horn. Oops. Nope. I'm gonna have to come up with another plan to bend that. Let's see here, without deforming the other end, because I didn't bend it far enough. Which is my own fault, but we'll get it figured out, don't you worry. I like it. My wife's favorite animal is a seahorse, and you're giving me ideas for her birthday. Well, there you go. There you go. Can you just roll it from the end like a jelly roll to keep it tighter? Are you referring to the scroll? JP, good day. John Tompkins, that question you asked, are you referring to the scroll itself? I've got a mandrel. I do have a mandrel, actually. Or are you saying you need one? You talking about a mandrel pick? Or a hardy mandrel or something like that? Or the... You better not get out of line at my forge pointer. Let me see here. We're going to go to the vise real quick. I'm going to grab a hold of this. There we go. I got it bent down some there in the vise. Open up just a hair. We can put our little toe for the bottle opener right there. Put it right here. Put the toe for the bottle opener there, so it could just, might open this up just a hair to make sure it's going to work. And then we'll do the rest of the stuff for the head. We'll bend its neck down. We'll put the fin coming off its butt right there. We'll put, you know, dress it up a little bit, make it pretty. Yes, key hanger hooks. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. People buy them a lot for their beach houses and stuff like that. They make great bathroom decorations for the beach theme, something like that. That would help curve that tail around. Yes, it would. That mandrel. The only problem with my mandrel is I've got to shim it, and I don't feel like shimming it because my hardy hole's just a tad worn out. 1 1/8" won't fit, but a 1 inch is just a hair loose to where it bounces around. So, it is what it is, you know. Now, after all this work, we don't want to burn it. Remember, it's cold. Okay, I'm gonna take our ball punch here. We're gonna put it there, and then just drive that out. Just like so. If any of you ever made a bottle opener, you know how you do that. If you haven't, there you go. That's how you make the toe that grabs the bottle. Just like that. It'll grab the cap. There, open that up just a touch. That curve in, kind of curve it like so it's not all square and hard turns. What do you guys think about that end? Think that's going to work? If it wasn't so damn early and I didn't have so much to do, I'd test it out on a beer right now, but I got stuff to do, so I can't be drinking yet now. Well, how do you think that looks right there for the bottle opener in? I think it looks pretty good. Now, switch gears, go back up here to the head. Make sure we got the sweep in for our neck. We're going to get it hot, put the sweep in for our snout to give it more dimension. put our eye in it, get it turned down to where it goes, and then once we do that, we'll come in here and we'll punch out for the fin on his back there, and a little bit of marking right there on the top of his neck. So, yeah, root beer works. You want to buy me some? Unless y'all want to wait, I can run over to the store real quick and get some. The store's 100 yards away. I got an old country feed store right by my house over here, so if y'all want to wait, I'll go get some. Getting warm. Getting warm. Should be 5 o'clock somewhere. That's right, Thomas, it is. And if I didn't have stuff to do, it'd be 5 o'clock here right now. That's for sure. I work hard enough during the week and on the weekend. If I want an adult libation, I will. What stock did I start with? I started with 1/4x1 stock, flat bar. Where'd I put it? Right here, 1/4x1, flat bar. Get the clinkers out of your fire pot, folks. Always manage your fire. If you got clinkers, it's sucking up your air, not putting off forging heat. It looks like it's hot. I mean, it's hot, but it's not near as hot as it's supposed to be for that color. That's for sure. Get your clinkers out. All right. At least it's warm there. It's like 30 degrees here. I prefer the winter a little better, to be honest with you, Ben Toombs. Haven't made a bottle opener yet, but plan to. Richard Bryant. Well, it's a good beginner's project, that's for sure. Making basic bottle openers, man. It teaches you how to punch stuff. It teaches you how to drift holes. It teaches you how to work your horn. Hammer control. It teaches you a lot. I'd say I'd start on bottle openers right after hooks. Make about 100 hooks. You'll learn so much from drawing and tapering and scrolling and bending on hooks that it's going to help you in bottle openers, and then you'll learn a lot from bottle openers when you go to those. So, hooks and then bottle openers, that's what I did. Took it in steps. Hey, quench tank freezes, that's when you just heat something up and some scrap stock, heat it up and set it in there. You're talking to a guy that forges in the snow. When it's snowing, it doesn't matter. All right, let's bend this head down. It's kind of hard to grab it from the side and get it to bend. And not slip out of your tongs. Yes, I have tried some of the belts. I tried some of the 50 grit zirconias. Tell you what, them bad boys is awesome. There we go. See there? Looks kind of like a seahorse now, don't it? By God, I think that was a great idea, curving that bad boy in. What do you think? See you, Pop. Love you. Be careful. Have a good day. Hope you're still feeling good. We're going to see you next week, Pop. Looks good. All right, let's put some detail in this puppy. Well, everybody likes it, nobody hates it yet, so I guess that's a thumbs up. I'm going to make a few of these, and I'll probably be getting them up for sale on my page. I think they're going to work out fine. I think it was a great idea scrolling it that way for the tail, because it kept the look of the seahorse for sure. Alright, we don't need it too hot for this. Well, we need a little warmer than that. I will say that. We are going to use this. Not that. There it is. Right there. Alright, make sure you have it oriented the right way. You'd hate to put your detail on the bottom of it, that's for sure. Come right here, off his butt. I go with the middle one first, half on, half off. Just to and I will say this, I'm putting my glove on because on the ones I've made before that are just seahorses, they've hit them like that, they have flipped up into my hand and it's hot. Put our second one. We'll come over here. I'm using just simply a little small chasing fuller. Alright. See that? Makes it look like a little fin back there. Go look at a seahorse, they got a little fin comes right off the little top of their butt right before their tail. You see? And then go up here to his head and he's got another little small one up here. This one's the one that normally, see, rolls right up, hits me in the hand. And it's hot. It might not look hot, but it is. Biggest part of this is make sure you get them right, get them even, because they're small. It's a small one. There we go. You don't want it to look odd, so. What do you think? If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button, please, please, please. That'd be awesome. Now let's put the eye in there. I want to get it hot so I can get the eye in a little deep. Hold down would stop that, that's right. And I did make a new hold down and I made it exactly like Tim showed in his video. His worked perfect. And mine still won't work. I think it's my pritchel hole, because I look down in it, my pritchel hole's kind of slanted a little bit. It's not perfectly straight. So for some reason, I think it's my pritchel hole. It's not grabbing it like it's supposed to. Because I went to his video, and Tim, if you're watching, man, thank you so much for that. You didn't offend me at all, brother. Like I said, I like to learn, and I would love to learn from you, sir. You've got plenty of years doing it, and I'd never turn you away if you gave me some of that knowledge, sir. I welcome it with open arms. But I did what I did it just like yours. Came out just like it, and still won't hold nothing down. So I'm going to say my anvil's pritchel hole is not straight or square with the surface of my anvil, and that makes it to where it won't grab when I drive it down in there for some reason. At least that's my excuse. You see, I did the sweep, everything just like he showed, and it only grabs when there's nothing on here, and it doesn't even really grab. See, for some reason it will not grab. So I don't know, maybe I'll buy one that's guaranteed to work, and if it doesn't work, and then I'll know it's not me, it's my anvil. Okay, there it is. We want to take our ball punch first, just to give his eye a little socket, a little bit of depth, right there. And then come in here towards the front with a little smaller one, and put the center of it in there. There we have it. Flatten it up, make sure we get it all like we want it. See about this sweep right here, make sure that sweep looks good. Yep, there. There, yep. All right. Heat it one more time so we can brush it. Get the scale off of it. I'm not gonna give up on it though. I'm gonna keep trying until I find something to hold my stuff down. Find something that'll work. Something other than chain, that's for sure. That's for sure. Whew. It's getting warm. All right, dull red heat. Flip it over here. Just put in CLF as usual. Don't have to be very hot to put in your mark. These stamps are C. L. There we go. Put my punches away, that way I don't lose them, because the punch set is worthless without all the letters. Dude. And then there's the other. There we go. Give it a good brushing. And you guys know me, I like to put beeswax on it. See if it's cool enough for that now. My wax is over there. Not yet. Let's let that cool for a minute. But I think she's done. I really do. I think it turned out pretty dang awesome. Let's see. I could tack the letters together and make my mark, but then I couldn't use them for anything else but my mark. If that makes any sense, I guess. You guys like that? Ain't she cool? What's it look like? Does it look like a seahorse? I think it looks like a seahorse. Cute. Haha. I should turn on Super Chat on my lives. I thought about that, and I've got to monetize my channel first to do that, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about Super Chats. If you guys have information on how to access Super Chats, activate Super Chats on the channel, let me know, because I'd love to do that. All right, we're getting down to about the right heat. You see it blackens that right up. You don't want it to burn, just smoke. That means it's sucking it in, but it ain't burning it off. I bet these would also be pretty cool if I took it in there and ground it down to clean metal all throughout, and then use like a torch to run some blue and purple through it, some temper colors. Instead of selling it like that, then hit it with clear coat. I bet those would look pretty cool too, guys. What do you think? Y'all want to see one like that? Maybe some creative temper colors. See if we can get it where we want it, make it look neat. Really big bees. Damn. What do you have to get inside the block of beeswax? This is only half a block, man. I get it. I cut this in half when I get it, and I put one half in this can here for my punch, and the other half is what I use for this. And I've got some more that I break down to make goop with. You know, I don't make goop a lot. I haven't made any lately, but I need to because I got some sitting there to make. Okay, we're gonna let that dry, cool off, see what we got. I think she turned out cool. She's kind of turning golden colored right now. I need me a drink of some sweet tea. All right. Success, success, success. I think I'm going to start selling these. What do you guys think? Think they're good enough to sell? Let me know. Open a beer. Well, let me let this cool off. I'll go grab a beer. Hell, what time is it? It's 11 o'clock. It's close enough. One beer ain't going to kill me. One ain't going to kill me. I'll be right back, guys. You guys talked me into it, dang you. You talked me into it. Went and got one. Oh yeah, she's cool. She done cooled off. Oh yeah. Alright, here we go. Worked like a charm. Then I throw it on the ground. Look at there. Works like a charm. Long walk makes the beer much sweeter. Let's see here. Yeah, beer pressure, that's right. Alright, let's turn you guys up to here and let's chit chat for a minute then. Now that we're done working. Enjoy my beer. So, it works. It's a neat little gadget. It would go great in your beach house. It would go great in anybody's house. If you like seahorses, whatever, what have you. There you go. It's a fun, easy little project. You can knock it out if you've got time. If I wasn't chit-chatting and shooting shit with you guys, I could probably done it in 20 minutes or so. But I would use my propane forge for production in that case. I could put several in there and not have to worry about burning them up. But I do think I'm going to start selling them. Let's see. How about a mouth and nostrils? It's a seahorse. Ain't got any. It's got a hole in the front. And if it does have a nostrils or whatever, they're so dang small you can't even see them. So, and I get my beeswax for let's see, Ben Toombs. I get mine at Michael's. It's a arts and crafts store. Talked him into it. Yes, you did. Beer pressure. You guys are evil. Beer is food. Long walk to get a beer. Well, I live out in the country. I got a little bit of land. I'm spread out, so I don't mind walking, as long as I ain't got some neighbors right up my ass all the time. You know, I got a good distance. My closest neighbor's probably 50 yards from my house, his house. So that's very reasonable for me. I like that. Gives me a little bit of space. Love the sounds of the bird in the background. Must be warm there. Yep, Big D. It's gonna be about 80 degrees today. Think a good Smith would have a cooler nearby. Drinking Miller Lite, Lim Buck. Very nicely done, sir. Good show. $10 retail. Heck no, I ain't selling these. It's handcrafted bottle openers. If you don't sell your bottle openers for $10, Curtis Lowe, go ahead. But I guarantee you I could get $30 plus out of this bottle opener. Guaranteed. It's handmade. Offer them in a set for a discount. People eat them up. But I guarantee it. You get at least 30 bucks out of it. Let's see. Michael's, that's a good idea. Yes, go to Michael's. They sell it by the block. It's less than $20 for a big block like that. Alright guys, so there you have it. There's the bottle opener. I hope you guys enjoyed it today. I enjoyed it. Took a little break from the hammers. Been going strong on it. Yeah, Richard Bryant, $30 for a handmade bottle opener. You can go to Walmart and get a crappy Chinesium one for $10. That's not just a plain Jane bottle opener. You're gonna pay $10 for a Chinesium one, handcrafted, American made, seahorse. It's decorative. It has a theme. It goes well with beach houses. There you go. Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of people don't charge enough for their stuff, and it's a double-edged sword because the ones that do charge enough for it kind of have to fight to get the sales because the guys that don't know what to charge are selling it for so dirt cheap that people are going to them instead of the people that, because I mean, I just spent an hour and 15 minutes standing here making that with you. How much do you want to make an hour when you're working? How much do you spend on your fuel to make what you're making? How much do you value your time? How much did you pay for your material? You know what I'm saying? You got to factor that all in. So at $30, I probably used $5 worth of fuel and not even $1 worth of steel. $6, $30, that would make it $26 for over an hour. So that's right at probably $20 an hour for me to stand here, work, and do a live show for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. So I think that's quite a fair price. And a lot of folks don't understand that at some points, to the point where they don't charge enough. So if you start factoring in how much you charge, a good way to look at it is cost times 3. You know, cost times 3 is how I sell my stuff as far as in my business, fence, things like that. I know that's a little more than cost times 3 for that, but this is more, it's not as readily available as a fence is, I guess you could say. You can't just call up 10 blacksmiths in the town you live in to come give you an estimate for a bottle opener. You're lucky when you find one near you that'll do it. So you got to take that into account too. And it's not that easy either. It takes a certain set of skills. And I was always taught, don't do anything for free. If you're good at it, don't do it for free. If you're giving someone a service, don't do it for free. Okay? Help out, I donate and everything like that, but when it comes to making a living, I don't give the stuff away for free because everybody's got to make a paycheck. Now, that block of beeswax is only a pound. That's well, no, it's probably a 2-pound block, I think. I'm not sure. My wife picks it up for me when she goes, and I don't even read the label when I get them. I just open them up. Granddad's Forge, we'll see you, Rob. Thank you for coming by for the show today, for sure, sir. Yeah, Penny, I think you're right. People will pay $30 for that, and if you buy 2 of them, you know, you get it for $50 for 2, so you're getting $5 off each one of them. I think will be a fair price. No doubt about it. And also, that's shipping included. Okay? Understand that as well. I try to set my prices to where people aren't saying, oh, well, this is this much, and then you have to go in and what's your zip code so I can look up how much it costs to ship it to you versus someone else. I just adjust my prices accordingly to cover the cost of shipping anywhere in the U.S. Okay, if you're inside the U.S., it ships for free. Okay, certain things I don't ship for free depending on its weight. Hammers I do just because that's something that I'm known for, and that helps sell them. But a lot of other tools and stuff, when you start getting up in the pounds, it gets expensive to ship. So if it's not a hammer, and it's a top tool or something like that, I normally charge shipping. But for these, shipping included, I can slap this in a little manila envelope, throw a couple stamps on it, and send it right to you. It won't hardly cost me nothing to ship it. So it's shipping included. Yeah, major corporations do charge a lot. Like Nike, I think I heard somewhere it costs them like $7 to make a pair of shoes, and they charge like $150. It's crazy. $800 barbecue grill costs about $40 to produce. That's absolutely right. They would eat them up at the Outer Banks for sure. That's kind of what this was themed around, you know, beach houses and stuff like that, decorations. You get together as you're going down with your family and your friends for a vacation. You want to have a couple drinks, buy you a few of these, leave them at your beach house. Cool little story. You say, hey, these were handmade by a blacksmith. You know, somebody's like, where'd you get that? These were made for me by a blacksmith. You can't go buy these at the store. You got to get them made for you. So I think that adds a little value to it, and people love that. It's a story starter. It starts conversations. So. Shamrock Forge, what size was your starting material? I used 1/4x1 stock, 1/4 inch thick, 1 inch wide stock, and I just worked it from the start all the way down to the finish. I didn't measure off a certain amount of stock. I just took a 1/2 cube for my first set down for his snout, and then I took 1.5 times that, so 1.5 cubes for my, or I'd say 1.25 cubes for the next set down for his head. And go back, you can go back and watch and see, but yeah, those are the two main set downs that you got to worry about, so you get his head proportionately right. Then you can do his body to match his head so he doesn't look out of shape. Okay? I have a guy that was in the military wanting me to make him a specific K-bar. Alright guys, I'm going to call this one done. I really appreciate everybody coming out and watching. I know it's a little different than what you're used to seeing me make, so sorry if I'm disappointed, but I think it turned out great. I've got to get some stuff done here, then I got to go meet a gentleman about a horse, and then we got to get to the races. So, Buddy Bell, I will see you at 3, sir. Publix. Yes, sir, Publix. And all the rest of you guys, I'll see you again sometime, either on Forging It Forward or next Saturday. We'll be live here, same time, same channel, same place. As we say here, County Line Forge, a.k.a. Via the Ting Ting. We're going to catch you on the next one. Bye, guys. Hope I inspired you.